oh sorry na mo accuse Guardiola so the sika and Tony success
what am I accuse no
or lawyer kwamboafo or the man lawyer kwamboafo
and they are
yeah say lawyer sorry na or the or accuse Guardiola say or the sika and eto success na monhwe the Binia brand here of Oyebruni. Physical, we are prepared to spend on
every coach in the world. If you want to be successful, if you want to be compared among the very best, if you want to be paired among the greats, if you want to be paired among the creme de la creme, you need to spend.
Yeah.
And that's how you're successful. That managers who we are see almost achieve why rank at the very top, no, almost spend it. And almost dear drew her. Team say we are say a ball ma so say almost team papa almost the sika they drew her.
Yeah.
Every team in the world. Say empese ye bekasa bebrebe ama ye kasa wa. Ye hu Chelsea without Abramovich. And ye hu Chelsea with Abramovich. And ye hu Chelsea with Todd Bowley. Na ye nhwe the team no. Chelsea is the most successful club in England in the 21st century. It is not because of magic. It is because of money. It is car. And I'm Chelsea a free 2,000 at the BBC ne. Say a cat team wo England they are successful. A Chelsea and you be entire.
Yeah.
Manchester City was a middle table club, to some extent a bottom table club. They decided to spend. And I'm call Real Madrid, Ekofa Robinho, Omukofa Joe, and Omukofa Ilano, and Omukofa Ireland, Omukofa Ayaturi, Omukofa Debu Silva, Omukofa Carlos Tevez. And in Manchester City in the last 25 years, they have 8 league titles. Omaji league title Cheobia in England. It is not because of magic. It is because of money. Newcastle United in the early days now I'm competing when teams started pumping money into clubs. Newcastle United was nowhere to be found. But almost Zikabe Remono said yo almost Champions League and then almost qualify for Champions League.
Yeah,
they are able to keep international players and first class team better to have them. We're talking about Isaac. We're talking about Sandro Tonali. We're talking about Bruno Guimaraes. Said you, in Yesika, Bruno G will not stay at Newcastle United and Kasawati captain band aboso. Inti Yesika. And I said you be team they are successful. Real Madrid, Barcelona. You Barcelona come. And how they even struggle to match the likes of Eintracht Frankfurt at the Stadium Nou Camp. AC Milan. After Nero Reco, Juventus be taking over the Italian football. Adriano Galliani, Sergio Berlusconi be taking over from 86 Ibano. They won the Champions League back to back with Arrigo Sacchi. Almost Barcelona 4-0 at the Athens Olympic Stadium in 1994 in the UEFA Champions League final. Almost Juve Old Trafford. Almost Liverpool Athens Olympics. Sikade confirm what is the situation of AC Milan.
Yeah.
Dr. Massimo Moratti, Jose Mourinho say Oba and Obisa and say Champions League in 45 years ni. Omuntimi nyibi. E kwai ben obefa so a obetimi ade Champions League onka player ope. Jose so ope to. Ope Schneider, ope Christian Kivu. And all this Sikakofa players by they won the Champions League. PSG Fue na ye come man say me said you. And now I was talking about PSG. It was formed in 1970. Said you know Munetimbia. You cannot compare PSG to Marseille. You cannot compare PSG to Monaco. You cannot compare PSG to Olympique Lyonnais. And they are the masters of the French Ligue 1. And since 1993, a French team, AJ Champions League, no, PSG. Team Yababeji, not because of anything. It is because of money. The highest coaches are on my ball, and I see a ball within at the global scope. We the international coaches from coaching national team Trifua, Ferguson, Carlo Ancelotti, Pep Guardiola Isla, Jose dos Santos Mourinho, Mario Felix, Jürgen Klopp, name them. Said you Obia Iska.
All right.
Inti, now, complaining say Obi this kind of ton ya na yaw. But the fact of the matter is that what person who compete without money, you won't survive. Success never be chamba kope. Now they are teaching rare. But if you want to remain competitive, if you want to stay competitive, if you want to be paired among the very best, you need to spend. What spend here? Be able to change my results. Let me about. I'm complaining about Pep spending. No, the reality is that and the Liverpool they over 200 million pounds.
Yeah.
And over transfer side, now they are willing to break the bank for Alexander Isak. Almost person Piniza copy most about who. And me the Liverpool line up now said likely so the next season about 2 teams no say the team is scary. The team is scary. For and that's no other appropriate time we analyze the setup. And he said, football is Ali, Sundowns, all those clubs have taken over Kotoko and House of Folk not because of anything. It is because of
so who will be spend the top players Memko body triso.
David.
Now running yansu.
Yes. Liverpool for now more can say Pep Eddie's can at all. That time no. Now almost spending and send the a yaw. And you have been a dear na no muta na no mo dey pop so.
Yes.
Because no mark 29 years without EPL. And a Pep will back to back. But said you and almost a chance on buy. Look at the amount of money they are spending in the market.
Ah well. So many didn't believe in us. Now they do.
Let me go.
No, Todd Bowley.
Oh, Todd Bowley is working the same
yes.
thing. And then let me go and swaka.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, yes, I say we. Why now more Todd Bowley triso?
Opia.
Why a dream? That's a big clubs we could share baby Chelsea the Magic Trophy. Why a dream that? And so I say on one case I know him do ye. Kakranka leveler or the team na baby duni. Na onwe baby or the team no be corner. Sintonia Benedict Wombs where they were using this year. It drew a munya botrema.
Say you.
Obe drew baby awoko.
Yes.
Yenyi na ebo this oh Pia, including Chelsea supporters.
Oh Pia.
I feel almost describe no almost say papa na tickets you know.
That's true. Na say you. Mami kai message me kai pa on the show about Todd Bowley meaning so obekaya. I mean kai a bezek na the buy about 2 seasons ago. And obi the bar say a spirit and a spirit Abramovich England for 99 years. And that Todd Bowley beto team na and spirit the ababe say Todd Bowley adwin so me say team na means obekaya. That message in about we show you some mesere.
UK abai no and Todd Bowley can boom so me destroy. Abramovich Japadia with that
in the right narrative.
Yes.
Sa pepe.
Yeah.
And a message in the back. It is because the results were not coming.
Yeah.
Sana football ti na no buy no. 34 na. Omo neme ne wo ebo Maresca Trice no. Aferi omo si me mum na se yempam no. Madam for what to catch them say. Mo share Palmeiras no na catch them say. What to say they do no dey okọ Maresca se mo bi enti o ze ande dabi. Nko defending already so. Pastor Joe today no Chelsea fan will talk about Maresca. A resource. The reality is that said you Oshe Kwanya na Todd Bowley. Oh, I forgot in the picture and me ref in cover the banner. The almost Chelsea players in Akogu. One.
Oh yes.
Oh, later me picture na pages. Because me the man bear last week.
Please check it.
Be on dressing room no. They know how time flies. And it'll be a review.
Yes, it'll be a review. Yes.
Just last season, August
yeah.
And I this picture I said Chelsea players were dressing room omunko. E bi nga baby nyina. And ye dey enyewe. Dey omu go dressing room bebrebe no. Oh yeah, check him out. I said you only a dey treat Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea a top player 1 billion. Yes, omo ntimi anto goalkeeper papa. Omo ntimi anto center back papa. Omo ntimi anto striker papa. And Chelsea were trolled all over on social media. Pastor Joe. Obia Chelsea fans na omu dina me come say me na see empa Maresca no omu na ne die animu. Say Joe, eti Todd Bowley says onu die no nim die oye. Say Joe, Todd Bowley betimi akase no nim die oye.
Yeah.
But say Joe, football na ye no. Ye okwan ye fa so ye no. Team be a wasati to me in free Chelsea in ko baby. But let me stick to Chelsea. Chelsea team a edit trophies buy edi ani gye baaye atwe dom ne Chelsea ball krom ha na don kokra na nkrofo nam DSTV center pa hwe na tima ekura Peter Cech na tima na ekura John Terry Calvert as center back na tima na ekura Claude Makelele Michael Essien na tima ekura Didier Drogba inti se Chelsea fans na trase omo hu the very best omo hu Drogba free mo na Shevchenko ba omo hu Drogba free mo na Nicolas Anelka ba inti omo person omo hu say team ni be on paper not in terms of names inti Chelsea focus na omo kasa nyina no na omo hu say Robert Sanchez go na order no enye go a na Shenkuru e de omo be go to the promised land so they had to complain. This tournament ya Estevao William be ball say goalkeeper your friend Robert Sanchez ya betra sa kan say the position no na very poor. And the Chelsea fans were not complaining just because they want to complain. No more per results. But Sergio, die ekosi ye wo FIFA Club World Cup na asesen bibia. Asesen bibia. And then no pa me sorry na madam for back Canada or test them and said Chelsea is back. Why? Because Chelsea did the FIFA Club World Cup. And adwene obi enya fa omo no wasesa no tournament no omo ko boy no. When they started na akoye bi mi enhwe. When they beat Palmeiras, you know picture no way there right there no ana.
No any.
To be all.
No any.
Mumane na sisi ya.
Chelsea dressing room no.
Just
the place na do so sir.
Azembe na wona woni wiase. Azembe na.
Time na omo deep.
Omo ye sign it bebrebe no ha na omo. E na omo ye picture with the bar say. Uko Chelsea dressing room no omo ba be bomb acha.
Place na do so.
Ai. Sawa. We omo no. Say your football party. Chelsea dressing room nie say ya na na tie. And the last season you ever started. We are talking about 11 months now. Chelsea are bottom 4. Chelsea are the Conference League. Chelsea are the FIFA Club World Cup. Into third ball is a see as a Joe. Who bragging right, you know. The Obeka Biano in because in the first season, no, he played the Carling Cup final or Lusu to Liverpool. Some match in a man cast on Pochettino. Because that game, said Jordan Chelsea beat me winning. And Pochettino was 5th that particular season. One team a motor for. But bringing in Maresca, we complained because Chelsea and Champions League coaches, World Cup coaches, Omo Magic World Cup. Guzine Kamokra no best top gabo kono be semi-finalists so far as the World Cup here concerned. So Odip Maresca free the championship battle made me complaining. Say in as much as he's an Italian coach, there are better coaches in the market. But Joe, within a short time, Chelsea are team achieve would be an so movie team achieve. And yet Chelsea standard ne so move the top 4 near ball mabaso. And yet Chelsea standard ne conference near ball mabaso. But Osha thought Bolia ye cast onim ball or Nincrofo Mudina Chikura or Munim ball no way. Or the Brighton are yet the next a team. Or the Manchester City Academy players no offer na you know to defy all odds. Na obetimi akwa the FIFA Club World Cup by beating the best team in the game today by 3 emphatic goals. To ball Ghana numa odika. But you know still Chelsea need to make 1 or 2 inclusions at certain department. And enough. When Kwano at the bragging right in there, but now 4 years and said, you, but the same fans required the Omo social media and them say, and Crofokra and Kohobi. And then we have said, you pictures. Obia Chelsea, PG way team, okay? Obin so sad, the baby did this out till 2029. It said, no, more than social media and Crofon now.
Chelsea for more money.
Said you, Todd Bolly aya dear, Maresca aya dear, but Genoa say ye babe could the EPL. And as I said, he will need 2 inclusions if you really want to compete in the EPL. Because the Arsenal team on paper is scary. The Liverpool team on paper is scary. For me, the game changer for all the discussion is João Pedro. Said you, on average change with BI or Chelsea.
All right. Chelsea, man, there's some person we float. ewo krum ha kese pa na enra mo de letter no me direct so mo fanko ho and so keep you Chelsea
no unim say no pay na me kai say letter
be Chelsea fan pa
no omo ba na say omo say oba na so we say do na letter na me dey letter no say Chelsea fans ba be ye float
yes
na me say mo be float say
what's him
David said mo be dey mo be float say you no be am better mo be no
you could give police permit krum ha this is what to stop
o ye float
let's say livre about
this is what to stop
o go police permit
I don't be me pen on me host program
livre about
so mo be float and am be everybody na go for
date na ko fa letter be na me hwe
on say Friday Saturday anopa
Saturday we are
but we ko fa letter
okay
Saturday anopa
yeah be on be chance na ade nyina no nti na say opa be bia be ji wani ka kra jo ho a we Chelsea fan na abeka ho na
go for mamu we ni trophy bi o
trophy be le chewi yes
that's it.
Andy is talking about money, but it's not always about money. Manchester United spent so much over the years, but still retrogressing. Chelsea shouldn't be complacent and think they are really back. They won the UEFA Champions League in 2021, and after 2 years, we saw Chelsea place 12th. The brand not there, but no.
I say it is not always about money.
Yes.
You know, say a very percentage. Manchester United, they play in the Europa Cup final. In as much as Oman performing the EPL, they play in the Europa Cup final. It's the end of the Mudro. Say you, team, you bet me and that back one. I mean, some kind.
Manchester United your club okobo Europa Cup final and no but between the hour one
there be it's am ka say you bet
no more spending no more spending some okobo UEFA Cup final
it's am ka say any obi and the
Europa final no
you know maka say you two teams say we are say almost spending ska almost the ska almost spending no team they call machi House of Folk and Man United but you know the success story of Man United depend on what cash. Almost on you have stamped £10 million then. Almost discussed the coffee one Sebastian Veron from Lazio did buy. And the success story of Sir Alex Ferguson. Forget the tactical know-how. Forget the tactical genuity. It was because of money.
Rio Ferdinand.
Yes, guy almost coffee Rio Ferdinand you feel Leeds United buy. Say yo, team I can you team or Andy Cole, Dwight York. Or what Teddy Sheringham only going to associate on the bench. Into the success story of Man United, Eyesika. Forget about Coach Bini Madio, Nyansa said, yo, cash. Eric Cantona, Roy Keane said, yo, cash. Just stamp timer. Or who say the difference, you know, Kofa, you have stamp by. Or who say you have stamp Oyemren or Kofa, Rio Ferdinand by. And said, yo, Rio Ferdinand was around £30 million then. We are talking about less than 25 years ago. Cash, said, yo, cash. Until let's not deceive ourselves. You bet me one or two teams here on Beneska, be a munya success. But so time Malaga best spend this scandal, Manuel Pellegrini or Malahano. They played in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. After Omuja is spending, where is Malaha now? Hey, money and nothing else. It is a new football there. So person success story no. Ultimate twaso sa iska. Ubenya ba ko na mienu bia. Enko yi na ejigu. But Man United story no iska and am almost story na ye de obi aka Man United asem.
Okay. If you don't know what someone is doing inside his room, never be quick to criticize him, but just wait and watch his results. A lesson for everyone. Silas Osei Esibe na ede we abrey ene anope. Obi ye correction be point of correction. My inti na yentwaso Anslot succeeded with assigning a significant player and got rewarded with money this season. That's why I don't agree with Andy. But successful managers using money. Pep, on the other hand, only goes to teams already winning league titles and buys heavily to even begin the season.
Oh, now Anslot has more kind of make Liverpool. I'm discussing at all. Listen, Alisson was the most expensive goalkeeper then.
Onslaught by one top player.
It is not about a coach buying player, but it is about money. Virgil van Dijk was one of the most expensive centre backs in the game. True or false? It is it's still bad down to.
But is it true that Onslaught succeeded without signing a significant player?
Oh, say team now over fire any day.
And got rewarded with money this season.
Yes, what he's saying is true.
Yes,
team now over fire any day.
Did what kind of
No, general, or say or dispute to be the other make us say is car and you didn't success. And I make us say success story of Liverpool players now and slot the body and you're not a toy. But is it not a fact that Alisson was one of the most expensive goalkeepers in the world? And yet, fact is Van Dijk was one of the most expensive centre backs in the game.
Okay.
It you know not toy, but some players now all use no. Omo di sika kese na kotoye.
Okay. There were two big signings.
Yes. And yes, say players now omo here 10 million pounds, 2 million pounds. It was a team like Dortmund team now. Coach I friend jogging club the ball Champions League final at Wembley no.
Yeah.
And there's so fast Mikel Schmeichel now for Miguel Sobotic, Matt Hummels, Van Vender, Iko Gundogan, Marco Reus. Those guys, Mario Goiza, Robert Lewandowski, those guys were guys, Klopp na the Peja or Mwadu Mubedu that very top. But the Anslot Ababe Fade, and you know the toy, but Yedisika and a toy. Anybody can go and check. Alisson Becker, Virgil van Dijk said, you almost Zika say the quarter all those players. In the end, say almost success, no better, no is carefree.
Okay. In the to aso na fi ya kohwe transfer stories kakra na fi the opese udi ho enkomo na ele dia ka no ebre amanfo. Yeah, it's true that we've forgotten about the flaws of everyone in the Chelsea family. But as for me, I will never forget that of my good friend Walter Jackson. But there's no way you can do football without money. And when the results start coming, you forget about everything. Inspector Wilberforce Asante Bra Kwame aso na di we abreye.
Abu. This is obi refi that no do.
Yes.
Obi refi no.
Yeah.
Because João Pedro Abema better performance in just 3 games. Abraham training ground or class you onimu training ground o.
What the holidays be?
It's still bad down.
What the holidays be like America?
It's still bad down to the professionalism that we discussed the other time.
Yeah.
This is a player ye jane so onko ne baby. Oko Brazil no. Or the physical trainer Dinechi Koi. Because on him said Chelsea pen. Or more than a back to US. Say Omra me bought Chelsea no. The first game you introduced in the last 30 minutes. Said you. Yes, I'm saying the training session. Oh fear no. The training sessions are now all you been as I do. Omo you on TV.
Okay.
Your friend back and straight away. He been the game changer for the Chelsea team in the FIFA Club World Cup. So if you really want to play football to the highest level, you need to sacrifice. Do you know what?
Yeah.
Cool. And then Lamine Yamal Day at the Ciudad de Esportivo Juan Gamper in Barcelona. I same thing in Anne say Barcelona force say Abrantia your friend Lamine Yamal. When you're 18 years, it will be renewing the contract, no more the number 10 JC, no Ediama Abrantia. Said you number 10 JC Momana say ya. Said you every team ni number omuni hu agro na soba FC Barcelona boboku ni ma number 10 the spiritual number. It is the iconic number, a number for players who call the shot within the setup and almost 10 days nema. It is a utie dina open a few ones omo buy ya na omo special, but so far the likes of Laszlo Kubala, a Hungarian, how ben naturalize him as Spain. Offer the Brazilian Evaristo. Offer Diego Armando Maradona. Sergio Franco. Also share the 10 JC. You talk about the Romario de Faria Souza, Luis Nazario de Lima, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, and then you are talking about Lionel Messi. There were few guys almost for 10 days. No man Timmy and Fanya Juma said the name is here. At the year. Until for big to say. One Romario called me. Almost 10 days within a short stint. What would him Louis Van Gaal be and the Chihuahua South America players?
Yeah.
Until the Nekoto wins instead of the number 10 role because he was duped the next Diego Armando Maradona in Argentine football. And a branch in Antimiamo. Jerry Litmanen on one the coffee and buy a branch and Timmy Ambo. Giovanni had the issues at number 10 in Barcelona. Now Giovanni or see a schools and Louis Van had the one say. Omo Inchini, they call him the Hitler of South American football. Uchiri Omo, idiom the friend Louis Van Gaal. And he said, Joe, all these players, Julio Salinas, all these players about the team number 10 years. Clearly, if you go into the history, that's all show Omo Mbeche 10 years in general, and 10 years on a jersey for South American forum. Omo na show Omo to make amends. Omo na show Omo to conjoy Badik. And Tien can't question. The Ronaldinho's 3-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu is still fresh in the memory of every Barcelona fan. Lionel Messi, a Juma or Baba Ye with FC Barcelona, no, is still fresh in the memory of every Barcelona fan. But Joe, after Messi, it was Ansu Fati. He was doomed to be the next big thing in Barcelona. Unfortunately, he failed. Injuries, any other decisions, and to me, I'm more branching, and my 10 days in a Kotohosa. And then it is the turn of Lamine Yamal. Was starting here. Now on the field of play there, he comes in with a different style, different quality, and general a game-changing movement. And on the back to the table. A dribbler that combines a lot of technique on the field of play. He read the game so well and decide very quick. And on the idea, Abranti fell Lamine Yamal Edeba. A player or my fan sorry for Mama Kojanso. No more enjoy watching such quality. What happened in San Siro? A typical testimony of what I'm saying. Pastor Joe, and there 10 days, you know, or none Barcelona saw more demand, no as I extended the contract. Yeah. Europeans, no, do not have 10 and to me. The jersey belong to the South Americans. But he's tipped as the next big thing at the Spotify company. I'll be changing everything in Barcelona. The Oyane last season, so they no card. He really deserved the number 10 shirt. But obey me at Twasosa. Obey me the pressure, obey me the load of expectation, the load of demand that Barcelona here no. Being an European, obey me a carry load no because the European team carry load no with the number 10 jersey no was Laszlo Kubala, a Hungarian, and ultimately a German ye. And so fat ya fairly, Jerry Litmanen a fairly, Angel Cueva and Timmy live up to 8 billion. Can Ansu Fati take on over the mantle? Now what me change everything in Barcelona. I'm a Barca fans I enjoy na. If you never and a Genoa and a be but I don't pay and the car the baby drew ye a sportive one gun power more so bet me be ama be at me a good player let's hope say Genoa bet me at the 10 days na ye bibi na ya kind in the history of FC Barcelona.
This Lamine Yamal issue is all about some people who use every means to be famous on the back of on the back of famous stars or footballers. Lamine Yamal didn't coerce or force the short people or dwarfism to entertain at his party. They were entertainers who were hired to play at his party and were duly paid. Since Yamal was tipped for the Ballon d'Or, some people are desperate to destroy the boy's character. Last month, they tried to make him look like a womanizer who goes after older women. These are some of the reasons rich or famous sportsmen go into depression or mental health despite being rich and normal people don't understand. Maybe I could fit in the equation when they are doing. Kofi, men, on me, okay. Oh, na so Casantino.
Mammy Abreway and Udinachi. Hey, you've been at the Goodinage. Hey, oh no. Or call a party, I will say. Mobi and fa camera. The moment I got to be and fa camera.
No, no,
Opa Baba one in Puku easy. Ope woman be entertain you at 18-year-old. Yeah. One I will call it for some pressure. And you'll be and you'll be now. Very
simple.
Say, Guru Ejaya. Say, can't be there.
That's all be a ginny. Didn't know Uncle Jibia na committees need probes a hodo. To the extent says Spanish government crown. So interest was Barcelona crown on you happy. With what Lamine has done.
Until let's not blame anybody. Yes. Or no one in chronic career. For him Mendes also managing and your money.
Yes.
He's too young for these things. It's na me busa say the load of Barcelona no obetimi there. Only baby as you know.
That is it.
You shouldn't blame anybody. Say ono na Lamine Yamal or person or man in bad name no. On one they call it for those bad names.
Yes. Association man can say omo person omo riding on Lamine's shoulder said they popular and I said they be
omo on baby. So one go from mama is on me tete no. Omo move away.
Exactly.
Let's not blame anybody. On one also any career path me as a youngster, an emerging force gradually taking over the airwaves now. A quite bear now be fast was any man do what in room. Ballon d'Or, Barcelona number 10 JC. Spain, poster boy, 10 JC in the crump person German or Spain. Now Sanya Manning road trip now be concentrate on the photo play. The moment I'll be cast a part win here, will be ours, win here, camera was here, Genoa, already one ma. The one my wife is before no I said you rank grow for no it is a joke the moment I will be cast a movie and fa camera ma hono one my mom fire suspicious so kwa ko ye bibia hu on pese ni babi hu one my media headlines or mom fanko so let's not blame anybody ono an kura na podu anim na so be no why ni ya the earlier he did that the better
ko vie na person Lamine na succeed pa go entertaining
yes
any gene ho pa enti obi anu a open say ono an nhwe ne na brabo ne bibia yi that's all ka onko ya de na feel say ye na e ha na bia Ghana for na e kasa ho na enka Spain na ban enye interested e the course no mu ana Barcelona enye interested e the course no mu enti wo go beyond bounds bi dia e be kasa ho definitely. All right. Transfers ka crazy.
You know. Transfers no do na and I'm discussing the triangular transfer of Liverpool. Liverpool Enra. Luis Diaz said he can't catch almost say Bob Bukun or mobile or person free Bob Bukun now call Kusina kind. Bayern Munich had the 63.7 million euros a buy. So mo person mo be fa brantie no. Emma Liverpool for rejected Sika no. Obien himself last week. Player na Barcelona discussing a pa Brandt friend Luis Diaz.
Thunder fire your mouth. Thunder fire your mouth. And that sales girl who stole from me after I loyally paid her due salaries every month. I thought you would sympathize with me as a good friend. Don't call me for any quarter rubber again. Me akwara me we then me free what you call you trust.
Say you because we deny the okay.
I don't know bit deny. On deny. Yeah, no creo pepe. Yanko.
It said you. Numbers are discussing Luis Diaz last week. Big dinner by my Liverpool for rejected. And then Vincent Company Efra Luis Diaz on video call. And on any casa says still out here no. Inti mo nko tim BM obeba be fan de nako Bayern Munich. Luis Diaz is 28 years. And clearly within the transfer bucket, I can 2 years e Liverpool. Bayern penning phone say in support of a company because almost a branch on hardware and a ball no nimbo. Inti both internally obetimi aboa players na omo young players need to grow and on the left side omo nya mature player omo de na on board e ya na easy to see Bayern Munich so omo betu sika kese agu but you know for Luis Diaz Bayern for aba kon na nima asala omo push to sign him Liverpool for he say we okọ Bayern na den any omo so ko Madrid omo kwa akoye dey Rodrigo Gues insensema ekoso na odini holidays but Liverpool forces say we kwa e almost got the gap o betimi abo but again a player to fill in the gap a mature player enko fa sembi ama Rodrigo Gues abranti o that TV so ono ne betimi ahye ama nti omo prepare bid normal mapini Zahavi the super agent e di animu normal kwa kopie mu Madrid normal kwa ka abranti o that TV so asem Madrid for her between 80 million euro to 100 million euro and only sika asejo omo epe edi ama branch friend Rodrigo Gues Alexander Isak ena enre koba say Hugo Etikite France ni branch na osina Kadeba Frankfurt no Newcastle United football room ho abranch the tournament ntana say afi we ni agent na ye adwuma pa because Man U Liverpool Chelsea. Sa team si nyina ko ba so mu nyina pɛ no. Eventually obi antimi ansan sa Abranti. Newcastle United for akọ knocking the door no. E na omo hwe so omo nsa beka ne no. E na ama Liverpool nso obawura mu se omo hu se Alexander Isak. Oso nyina no ono ne team a opɛ Liverpool, enye team bia. Ti Newcastle United the Juma de na ba be pim ho. Ni team opɛ se team akan Liverpool. Nti sa de omo break bank. 120 million pounds. Omo de call Newcastle United no makofa branch o the TV so sajo no de na ba so omra no mesi akan emfa emma omo. Nti that is it for Liverpool. Deals omo person omo ye o the transfer market no sajo eno na me dey to dam. Manchester United Ganacho obi anim say United for person omo ja ne kwan clearly. Emrantie le nya omo adwe so omo beko. Nti still the be omo di team na chi. Na United for the aba say they want those guys out. Rashford. Any Abranti I find Ganacho. It's in a copa say 70 million pounds no. Say the omate born so. Edi abafem into a way ready so person befa Alejandro Ganacho biado Brana befano. Emiliano Martinez in sense some na sa popo abio. After the injury na a bad ma goalkeeper your friend Andrew Onana no. Say Manchester United guswane Abranti na twetwe nkomo. Say Onana before beba no omunko fa eye Emiliano Martinez na Abranti na ba no no so aba bi sina kan ediama tima your friend Manchester United enso wo ho. Ewi anano pe na Colorado do Sport edi ba say Abranti your friend Ademola Lookman you know ofa Colorado do Sport ko wakrata no Italy a omo de Ademola Lookman ato animu ena omo say Inter Milan na approach Atlanta say omo hia Abranti no omo team nim initially na enka Erasmus Hoyland eno free mu Esposito buy no obepo adwuma at the club World Cup into omo yeso omo nkofo bia but you know eno na that TV see from Colorado do Sport Italy ko wakrata no say omo hia Inter hwe Lookman name so omo de ne beba na 50 million euros ene ni sika Atlanta for the ama team a ye frɛ no Inter for ama omo so ate say jo se o person de Abranti ekodia then 50 million euros na de befa Ademola Lookman enso and sedo Abranti ko kan Inter ni mu ho de a ho be ye hye brutal Marc-André ter Stegen for treating here more Barca for na frɛ na ka kire ne say onye number 1 goalkeeper what you say o maka kire ne say at least in cap on team no munya na ba ne nko Galatasaray by o se there bi ye gane tie say Manchester City na twin come o se there bi you know the guy is ready to stay in Barcelona. Frustrating our fans and call X. Echo yet ter Stegen out na enough for him. Still also Otana Barcelona Bobo Kun. You know, we need transfer
All right. You better as well local stories no